Now, he's supposed to ensure that companies follow the law in Pakistan. Instead, the country's top corporate regulator has been arrested for falsifying financial records. Zafar Hijazi, the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan, is being accused of helping the Prime Minister's family to mislead the country's top court in a corruption investigation. The Supreme Court of Pakistan has reserved its judgment in the corruption case against the first family, and Hijazi's arrest suggests the fallout could reach beyond Nawaz Sharif and his family to the country's bureaucracy. Now, TRT World's Mobin Nasser joins me now here. Great to have you, Mobin. Mobin, you've reported on Pakistan. You are from Pakistan. Tell us a little bit more about the background of this case against the country's top
As you know,
regulator.
as you just mentioned the story as well, the Prime Minister and his family are under investigation. Now, during that process, the court issued an interim judgment in which it said that most state institutions that were supposed to investigate these very claims that were later brought by opposition parties were termed cronies who have no interest in the allegiance or no sense of allegiance with the public, and which is why a joint investigation team was set up. And the findings of that team present the problem as worse. Whereas earlier the feeling was that these institutions are unwilling, now it appears they are simply actively impeding justice.
What has been the response from Zafar Hijazi?
Initially, he had tried to distance himself. The first response that he made to the media was that this was done by junior staff. Of course, that did not hold up, and the report from the joint investigation team has been damning against him.
Okay. Is this going to have a bearing on how foreign investors see Pakistan?
Like nothing else before, Azhar. It comes at, look, the Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan historically has been quite apolitical. It's one of the few institutions that was actually very active in taking action against companies, sending out legal notices for all sorts of even minor infractions. So, that credibility is on the line. Secondly, look at the timing. Pakistan has just sold its stock exchange to foreign investors. It's recently been enrolled in the Emerging Markets Index. It's trying to improve its compliance standards in line with international standards and is actively pursuing foreign investment. Of course, all of that credibility might be out the window.
Interesting. Let's talk about Nawaz Sharif, the Prime Minister, for a bit. The Supreme Court has just finished hearing arguments in the corruption case against him. It is expected to make a decision in the next week or so. How is that case expected to go?
Look, when we saw the interim judgment, it was quite damning against the Prime Minister, even at that level. Of course, now it's going to be based on further investigations. Regardless of whether the court decides to impeach him or not, survival is going to be very difficult. All major political parties, opposition parties, are calling for his resignation, as are all legal bodies, bar associations throughout the country. This is going to be a tough one for the first family.
We are going to keep an eye on this story. Mobin Nasser, thank you ever so much.